Everyone, we'll get started. Welcome to the Chattanooga Beer and Record Board meeting for September 21st. All meeting attendees must sign in on the designated sign-in sheet at this podium at the entrance. Any electronic devices must be turned off or muted as to not disrupt the meeting, please. Any individual wishing to address the board must do so from this podium over here, and please speak loudly so that we can hear you. We should have some beer books with IDs from every state over on this podium available to anyone that may need them. And then lastly, I'd like to introduce you to Ms. Calandra Smith in the back right over here with the Hamilton County Coalition. Anyone who's getting a new temporary beer permit or a beer permit should speak with her regarding the beer code and the training, because it is different than the TABC permit. Next, we will go to the approval of the minutes for September 7th. Is there a motion to approve?
Approved. Second.
A motion to approve by Owen, second by JW. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So approved. Next, we'll move into the swearing in of witnesses. You're going to come into the podium today to speak. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Thank you. And then we will move now to the temporary beer permit applications.
Representing Bright Martin Corporation, Three Sisters Bluegrass Festival. George Thomas Bright is making application for a temporary beer permit for 100 Riverfront Parkway, the Chattanooga Green. The organization has had a beer permit for such an event in the past. The event is scheduled for October 6, 2023, from 5:30 p.m. to 11 o'clock p.m., and October 7th, 2023, from 12 o'clock p.m. to 11 o'clock p.m. The location is owned by the City of Chattanooga and is zoned DPK.
I wasn't sure you was or not. They have met all requirements.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so before we get started,
Make sure your mic's on and turned up so everyone can hear you. Thank you.
the thing is on.
Okay, turn the volume maybe on the left. Okay.
All right. Okay, I think it's on.
Yeah.
So it's my understanding that one of the members has to recuse from voting on this application. And because after that, we only have 4 members to vote, the bylaws require 5 yes or no votes in order to adopt or defeat any action. So the board has a couple of options here. Either you can pass it until the next board meeting until October 5th, which is right before the actual event, or notice for a special call meeting for this application so that the board can vote on it and take an action on it. So,
How much notice do we have to have for a special call meeting?
as much as possible. It just says a reasonable time, and to me, that's at least 5 days.
Have to be published.
Yes, it does.
Has to be published, okay?
Yes.
So we gotta get that done,
Right.
okay?
Is that feasible to get it published in public?
Well, if we know that we're going to have to do that, then I see that it's foreseeable for maybe the 29th, or maybe even the 2nd, if that's what's necessary.
I would probably, I think, go for that route because nothing says that on October the 5th, we might not have the same condition.
Well, right, but don't we also need to make sure that we have the
Right.
quorum on the 29th too, either
Right.
date?
You also got to make sure you have a court reporter.
And a
Yes.
court reporter.
I've
Yeah,
got the
right.
schedule here, so I can look. See what
Okay.
And a
I'm
place
doing.
to actually,
Do we know what
And
the
a
status?
location.
Yeah.
So like, really, we can't make any of that, this call right now.
right, I think that would,
And regarding the location, the court reporter, all the board members attending a date,
right.
Did you say the 29th
if it was a special meeting. yeah.
Right.
on a Friday?
Yeah,
Because that would give us the rest of today to get all of the pieces together and
I'm available on the 29th.
I
put
cannot,
the notice.
I cannot do the 29th.
And I don't know if
Who can't do the 29th?
I cannot do the 29th. I don't know about the 2nd, though. I mean, again,
I don't know if the other board members could do the 29th or the 2nd
Yeah.
either.
Okay.
So,
Well, at least we have a fallback that way, though. If the 29th or the 2nd fell through, we still have fallback to the 5th, which is not a good option, but at least you have a fallback.
those are the options that are currently available.
Well, I'm game for either one. I mean, I'm open as far as availability.
what is your availability, Carla, on the 2nd or the 5th? I'm sorry. to
I'll be
ask.
here, whatever.
Okay, sorry.
I understand.
So we would need a motion, correct, to do so?
Yeah, a motion.
And we have to vote on it. And can we, if you're gonna recuse yourself, though?
Yeah.
I mean, he can still vote on the special called meeting, like the necessity of
Okay.
having one, but he can't vote on the
Okay.
application
Okay.
itself.
Okay.
So,
I'm trying to find my calendar here. Anybody else have any, ideas on the 29th, Friday? And, I mean, you're talking about 15 minutes of coming in here for it, but, it's not, we can meet in a little room or,
well, it has to be open to the public, so.
well, I understand, but we can
you
still
know,
meet in a little room, can't we?
Not if it's open to the public.
Right, like,
It's being
there has to
here
be
and
enough room
recorded
for-
and it's
Well, I
being here.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so is the motion, or is there a motion?
Let me ask a quick question.
Sure.
Since this is for a temporary permit and typically, especially for repeat events, these usually are not a problem to get passed usually. Is this something that would be problematic for it to just pass to the 5th and be granted the day before? I mean, does that put a hardship on you if you don't get it approved till the day before?
The only problem is we come in here on the 5th and we got the same
I mean,
situation.
we don't even have the people, we have one empty seat, we have the people that are missing, we don't know what their situation's gonna
We don't
be
know
if we
their
schedule
dates.
something
Correct.
right now, right? So,
And I just checked my calendar, I'm gonna be in a mediation on the 29th.
and Dan's, with Dan having COVID, the longer is probably more likely that he would be here.
Right.
I'm sorry.
No, I know. My only question is that, will that be enough time for your distributor to be able to get your product to you? As well, because I mean, that is something we need to think about. And I know you're back there, Eddie, so. That's the thing too, is the day before, it's hard for distributors they have to turn all that paperwork in to be able to deliver the product for their event.
Right.
I mean, so.
What was the first date before the
The second.
29th?
The 2nd, October 2nd.
October 2nd.
Which is a Monday.
I can do the 2nd.
You can do the 2nd?
I can come in that morning if we can knock it out. If we can, so we still need a motion, and then we have to nail down the dates and the availability of the space and the court reporter.
I'm available on the 2nd.
Okay,
But we have a little bit more time to
Yeah. Get
figure
everything
that
done.
stuff out than if it was on the 29th.
Okay.
So,
How about you?
Second's fine for me.
Second fines for me.
It's fine, I'm good.
okay, so we have 4, or 5 of us at least here that can be here on the 2nd.
okay,
Board-wise to vote, but we still need more. So we still need a motion to pass it to the 2nd
yes.
Make a motion to move this to October the 2nd,
for a special public meeting.
a special public meeting.
Second.
Okay, so we have a motion to move to pass Three Sisters temporary beer permit to October 2nd for a special public meeting to vote to get a quorum. Mr. Seaton?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Reginald? Washington? Mr. Cole?
Yes.
So Chair votes yes as well to pass. till October 2nd, and we will be in touch with you as soon as possible on a time
Oh, okay,
and location.
okay.
Everything.
Thank you, thank
When
you.
we get everything.
We'll get in there. And- Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to get everything scheduled. Thank you, Carla. And I apologize that we don't have that quorum. All right, next, temporary beer permit.
Next applicant, representing Hutton and Smith Brewing Company, Crabtree Farm Fall Plant Sale. Melanie Krautstrunk is making application for a temporary beer permit for 1,000 East 30th Street at Crabtree Farm. The organization has had a beer permit for such an event in the past. The event is scheduled for September 23rd, 2023, from 9 o'clock a.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. The location is owned by the City of Chattanooga and is zoned A1.
Thank you. Hi, please come up to the podium.
They have met all requirements from us as well.
Thank you. Good morning.
Hello, morning.
Hi.
I'm Joel, not Melanie, obviously. She is out of town on work. I think she spoke. Krautstrunk? Yeah. she
Thank you
spoke
for
with-
being here.
Yes.
I'm familiar with the plant sale. If you'll let the rest of the board know about the event and what you handle there for them.
Yes, it is their annual fall plant sale on the City of Chattanooga land. They also have an artist market adjacent to the plant sale. We sell beer at a booth with the artist market booths next to the mini pavilion. So people coming to the plant sale can buy from the vendors or buy beer from us. Melanie will be there, vending the beer, checking IDs, and giving out wristbands to people that are over 21. Train security is provided by Crabtree Farms for the event. Melanie has obviously done this one before. She's read and understands the beer code, and she is 100% owner of the business.
Okay. Questions from the board?
What is the mechanism that is used to ID patrons? Because I'm assuming there'll be people of all ages at this event.
Melanie IDs everybody. She's been trained TABC and all that, so she's very familiar with IDing. And basically, once you're ID'd and you have the wristband, then you can get a beer.
Mr. Smith?
About how many people show up for that? Do you have any idea?
A lot. A few hundred, maybe,
How many?
throughout the day.
How many?
A few hundred throughout
Yeah.
the day, at least, I'd say. Just
So
kind of
there's-
depends on the weather, too.
Is there just one beer stand?
Yeah, it's just Hutton and Smith that sells beer there.
And she's the only one that's gonna be checking ID then?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Cole?
Yes, thank you. Good morning for coming.
Morning.
Thank you. When you talk about Crabtree is doing the security, explain that process. Who are they? Are they armed? Are they licensed?
Dallas Law is, I guess, who is conducting the security there, and they're a trained security company, I guess.
Dallas Law is the law.
Right.
That's not
Dallas Law, okay.
That's the actual law.
I'm sorry, I'm
and what
working
it's
off
named
her
after.
notes that she
It's
gave
okay.
me, so
Okay.
please
Okay.
bear with me while I try and, so Dallas Law is the method by which they are trained, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so that is who Crabtree is providing. I don't know the exact company that's doing it, but I know that they are trained. And they're just on premise for the whole event.
Do you know how many you're providing?
How many
Can you
security?
get it?
I'm not certain how many security they provide throughout the day. That would be a Crabtree Farm question, I guess. I don't have the answer to that one, but I'm assuming a handful at least. 2 or 3.
Thank you.
Any additional questions or motions from the board? Mr. Smith?
Make a motion to approve, Hutton Smith Brewing Company for Crabtree Farms fall plant sale.
We have a motion to approve from Ron Smith. Is there a second?
Second?
Second from Owen Seaton. Mr. Seaton?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Washington?
Yes.
Mr. Cole? Chair votes yes, so approved. Have a wonderful event. Thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Okay, next, 2 beer permit applications passed from the last meeting.
Family Dollar Stores of Tennessee LLC, doing business as Family Dollar Store number 21786. Peter Allen Barnett, Roger Wayne Dean, Harry and Rashad Spencer are making application to engage in the sale of carryout beer at 3201 Wilcox Boulevard. They have not had a beer permit for this location in the past, but has a beer permit at other Family Dollar stores. The location is owned by Chattanooga Wilcox FD Partnership, ETAL, in care of Newberger Andes of Sandy Springs, Georgia, and is zoned C2.
They've also met all requirements.
Good morning.
Hi.
May I please introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Tommy Jackson. Hello to you.
Thank you, thank
All
you.
right this morning?
Good morning.
So,
Questions from the board? I know we've had several Family Dollar stores come in front of us, but any particular questions from the board? Mr. Smith?
Yes, I can't remember what we passed this from the last meeting. Do you have that, you know?
There was nobody here.
Nobody showed up.
Nobody
No
was
one
here.
was here.
Nobody showed up.
No one was present.
Okay, thank you. So, tell us a little bit what your goal is there as far as IDing and making sure that no one under 21
sir.
has beer.
So ultimately, what they do is tips training. Tips training, as you know, is something that is nationally recognized, and that's a great program for helping train individuals who will be working with alcohol, the responsible selling of alcohol. Another thing they use, though, is the bars training, which I really appreciate. Bars training not only does a secret shopper to ensure that the training that they've been taught is being implemented, but also there's a scanner piece to make sure that the actual IDs are authentic. So that's important too. So by using that scanner and making them have the training to where they put the identification in their hand, that reduces the amount of individuals that could try to use a fake ID. So training through tips, bars, and internal training at the company is what ensures that, you know, all training requirements are being met.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have a follow-up? Okay. Next question, anybody? Or motions?
I make a motion that we accept Family Dollar Store Tennessee LLC.
So we have a motion to approve from J.W. Cole, second from Ron Smith. Mr. Seaton?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Washington?
Yes.
Mr. Cole?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, so approved. Thank you for doing
Thank you.
business in Chattanooga.
Thank you again. I
Have a
appreciate
wonderful
you
day.
all. Thank you both. See y'all.
Next applicant, representing Volcano Brainerd Barbecue LLC, doing business as Volcano Korean Barbecue and Hot Pot. Ms. Zhang is making application to engage in the sale of consumer beer at 5621 Brainerd Road. Ms. Zhang has not had a beer permit for this location in the past. The location is owned by Volcano Brainerd Barbecue and is zoned C2, and she has a beer permit for another Volcano store on Gun Barrel Road.
And they have met all requirements.
Okay, great. Good morning.
Morning.
Hi, please introduce yourself and tell us about your location.
Yeah, we location at the 5621 Brandon Road, and it's the Volcano Korean Barbecue and Hot Pot.
Okay, and what was your name again?
Chao Liang Zhang.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get that, Lori? Okay. Question?
The applicant, so.
Okay.
Thank goodness, I respected him.
Thank you. Questions from the board? Mr. Smith?
Yes,
Yes.
there's another Korean barbecue in Chattanooga. Are you affiliated with it?
Yeah, we family.
Your
Yeah, we
family?
family, yeah.
Okay, and they're out on Gun Barrel, is that correct?
Well, she
Yeah.
owns that one too, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're all family and you're kind of playing off each other to how you're going to run your business?
Yeah, we always run the business together.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all.
You'll have a follow-up? Okay. Any other questions or motions from the board? All right, Mr. Smith?
Tell us a little bit how you're going to train your staff, and is this all new staff that's going to, that you're hiring?
Yeah, if we hiring, we like training them, need to check everybody, the ID, and they need to go to the ABC car also. Yeah,
Okay,
make sure everybody get the car and they can check the customer, the ID, need enough the age to drink the alcohol.
Okay.
how many staff do you have that will be serving beer?
I'm not sure how many.
Thank you.
Ms. Sang, I'd like to introduce you to Ms. Calandra Smith here over on the right. She's with the Hamilton County Coalition, and she can go over the beer code with you as well.
Okay.
Mr. Cole?
Good morning, thanks for coming. Now, will this location have a bar like your Gun Barrel location does as well?
Gun Bear?
Gun Barrel? Are you on Gun Barrel?
You have a location on Gun Barrel as well?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
They have a bar.
They have bar, yeah.
Yeah, will the Brainerd Road location have a bar also? I'm not familiar with your Brainerd Road location.
Look.
Will this location also have a bar? Like a
Yeah.
full bar?
Yeah.
Yes.
A full bar?
Yeah.
Okay, and your bartenders, I was going to make sure, and you just said it, make sure they go get trained as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Any additional questions or motions?
Make a motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve from Owen Seaton. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Ron Smith. Mr. Seaton?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Washington?
Yes.
Mr. Cole?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Thank you for doing business in
Okay,
Chattanooga.
thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, next we're going to go to our new beer, new beer permit applications.
Representing Attack LLC, doing business as Attack of the Tatsu. James Healy is making an application to engage in the sale of consumer beer at 818 Georgia Avenue, Unit 118. Mr. Healy has not had a beer permit for this location in the past, but has a beer permit, for unknown caller at 715 Cherry Street and Shady's Corner, located at 1402 Cemetery Avenue. The location is owned by Matt McCauley and is zoned DCX 12.
And they have met all requirements.
Thank you. Good morning.
Morning, I'm Daniel Starkey, the general manager of Attack of the Tatsu.
Repeat your name, I couldn't hear.
Daniel Starkey, Starkey. Starkey.
Thank you. Tell us about Attack of the Tatsu.
Yeah, so we're a ramen and katsu restaurant that will want to serve beer, Japanese specifically, beer and sake.
Fantastic. Questions from the board?
Will you also be getting a TABC and serving alcohol or
Yes,
liquor as well?
we've gotten approved for that already.
So all your servers and everyone will go through that training?
Absolutely.
And have their cards?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Perfect. Mr. Smith?
Yes, what is your hours of operation?
It'll be 11 a.m. to about 11 p.m.
7 days a week, or?
7 days a week.
And what's the occupancy of this place?
We have about 80 seats. Our occupancy is a little bit higher than that, around 100, I believe.
Excuse me?
Our occupancy is around 100, I believe. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but we have about 80 seats, and we won't be doing any standing room.
Thank you.
Any additional questions or motions from the board?
I make a motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve from Owen Seaton. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from J.W. Cole. Mr. Seaton?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Washington?
Yes.
Mr. Cole?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, so approved.
Thank you,
Thank you for doing business in Chattanooga.
Absolutely.
All right, next.
Next, representing Tretzel Choo Choo Hotel Manager LLC, doing business as the Hotel Chalet. Jacob Tom Lamston is making application to engage in the sale of consumer beer at 92 Choo Choo Avenue. Mr. Lamston has not had a beer permit for this location in the past. The pending application reflects a change of name and ownership. The business was formerly Chattanooga Choo Choo, operated by Mr. John Kinsey. The location is owned by Trexel Choo Choo Hotel LLC and RK Choo Choo LLC of Chicago, Illinois, and is zoned UIX 8.
And they too have also met all requirements.
Thank you. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
Nicole Watson with Holland and Knight representing Trestle Choo Choo Hotel, the new Hotel Chalet. We're here for a name change in ownership permit, and I have Jessica LaRosa with me, who's the general manager, and then the F&B operations manager, Chloe Wright, with me. So if you have any questions, please let us know.
So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, we have the same issue.
I thought so.
And the board has the same option, since we're already doing a specially called meeting on October 2nd. We can do that then, or pass it to October 5th. So,
The sooner.
The second would be work for you?
Yes.
Okay, so what we will do is, once we confirm with the other board members a location and also make sure we have a court reporter, we will notify you guys today of a date so that you can plan for that. We apologize that we don't have a full quorum today.
If you need anything in advance, let us know. We have the old beer permit and everything that we can submit to make that smoother, streamlined. Okay?
Just, just bring that with you to the next meeting to surrender it
Got it.
when you get approved, yeah.
do you have my contact information?
No, but I'll get it.
Okay.
I'll wait around. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We need to, no, we'll question them when they come back.
We need to make a motion.
Yeah, we do.
Officially pass.
We do need a motion, yeah.
Make a motion that we
So we have a
pass this
motion
to
from
the-
Owen Seaton
to the same October 2nd.
to pass
special
to
meeting.
October 2nd for a public special meeting.
Second.
And we have a second from J.W. Cole. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So approved to pass. Thank you. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, Rivergate Hotel Property Investment LLC, doing business as the Downtowner. Perry, Brian DeFore, and Ansley Blake DeFore are making an application to engage in the sale of consumer beer at 901 Carter Street. This is the Old City Cafe, and
Is there anyone here from the DeForest?
they're not ready.
They're not ready?
They're not ready. It's gonna have to be passed.
No,
Okay.
I was just gonna say, it looks like building rejected it.
Oh, building rejected it?
Yeah, I think they're making some improvements and there was some permitting issues or something,
Okay.
so.
So do we still need to make a motion to pass it even though building hasn't
Yes.
approved it yet? Okay. All right. Is there a motion to pass to the next meeting?
So moved.
A motion from Owen Seaton. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Ron Smith. All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed?
Question, is this passed to the next meeting or the special call meeting?
To the
Meeting
next
on
meeting.
October 5th.
Thank you. And who seconded that? Thank you.
Ron, yes. Okay. Next, we have no record violations, no record applications, no beer violations. We have discussion. Is there anything that the board needs to discuss quickly? No? All right, then public comments. Do we have anyone wishing to address the board may speak for 3 minutes at this podium for public comments? No one here for public comments? Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Move.
We have a motion from Owen Seaton, second from Ron Smith. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So approved. We are adjourned. Thank you.